Get behind!
Cope immediately put his troops in motion and swung the head of his army from west to south. On his right was the village of Preston and the east wall of Preston House. On his left was the village of Seaton. Behind him was Cockenzie and the sea, and in his front, separated by a morass and soft boggy ground, were the rebels, on the steep incline towards Tranent.
Good morning, you guys.
Good morning.
We have some intelligence here from Cavan-na-Lochiel that indicates that General John Cope is encamped the other side of Tranent towards the Prestonpans. He knows we're in the area, but does not know our present position. It's my contention, my lord, that we advance on him because we have some local knowledge that we can pass the morass, that we can overcome the ditch, and if we did a night march, leaving behind their guns and baggage, we could come upon them in the morning and perhaps surprise them. Now I know they have been given advice to the contrary, but myself and Lochiel and His Grace here, the Duke of Perth, are of the opinion that this could succeed, and we would like Your Highness's permission to march this evening in this order of battle with the Athol men and the light artillery piece, Clan Ranald and Lochiel's caverns, and try and surprise them in the morning.
I feel your advice is sound. Your knowledge of the land and the terrain and the surprise element, I feel may well be decisive for the battle.
And you're prepared, Your Highness, to reject the advice you have been given that we should avoid Cope and attempt to march south? I do feel, and Lochiel agrees with me, and His Grace the Duke as well, that
I think we've got to take Cope.
If we take Cope, then we have a resounding victory, and it boosts our morale, and boosts our recruiting, and boosts our presence.
I'm very keen on boosting our recruiting. We can't march on and have him in our rear.
I would intend to
us all away. We need to meet him now.
Aye, we're at one. We're at one. We're in accord in this.
I agree.
So you agree that I should draw up the order of march and distribute it to the divisions?
As it's written there.
As it's written here, thank you.
I'm happy with that.
And I think we should be in a position to attack them at first light in the morning.
That's good. I'm pleased with that.
The position of the government troops made it very difficult for a frontal attack by the Jacobites. However, one of the prince's followers, Robert Anderson, knew of a path through the marsh passing close to the farm of Riggan Head.
If we take this local knowledge we've got, we'll get right round onto his flank. He's reported to have, what was it, my lord, about 3,000 or 3,500.
To thereabouts, aye, plus militia. But he has no gunners. He has his guns ashore. He has no gunners. This is to our advantage. I would append my signature here as Lieutenant General of Your Highness's forces. Countersign by yourself will go out to all clans and regimental commanders. And if you depend yourself here, fine, then we are agreed then, sir.
Tomorrow it is.
Tomorrow it is. May God and the grace be with us.
Shortly before 4 a.m, the Jacobites started their silent march through the marsh and round to the east of the government troops. As dawn broke on the 21st of September, the government dragoons discovered the rebels' new position and raised the alarm.
Well, I feel we are well
placed here with the marshland, which will stop any chance.
You can forget about that. The rebels are coming down that false side hill. They're coming down there. There's a path through the Rigginghead there. We'll do the farm up the far side of the cornfields and then just straight out us for the east.
Right, Sergeant.
You need to shut the army around now.
Yeah, sound the alarm.
We've put our artillery, fly our artillery here, dismount the dragoons to cover the flank.
Indeed.
Yeah, swing them around. There's about twice as many of them as there is us. Go on.
Right, gentlemen. Let us be about our work.
Cope, now realising their weak defences, wheeled his army round from south to east. Just after sunrise, the Camerons on the left wing led the Jacobite charge.
Get behind! General salute! General salute! Huzzah! Huzzah!
Discarding their plaids, they ran forward with such a fearful shout that the government artillerymen turned and fled, leaving only Colonel Whiteford and Mr. Griffith to fire the cannons at the Highlanders. The front line gave a shake, but soon recovered to advance on Lieutenant Colonel Whitney's dragoons. They too fled after only a few shots, and Colonel Gardner's dragoons took their place. It only took a few shots from the Highlanders to send the Gardner and Hamilton dragoons fleeing also. The Highlanders discharged, threw down their muskets, and drawing their broadswords, rushed furiously at the enemy. The infantry, now having lost the support of their dragoons, surrendered at once without reloading their muskets. Sir John Cope, now in disarray and failing to rally his men, retreated along a lane now known as Johnny Cope's Road. Only one small section of the dragoons fought on, led by Colonel Gardner of nearby Bankton House, and the odds were overwhelming against him.